Alright, I'm not even sure what take I'm on this time, but welcome to another vlog. I'm going to be talking about a new partner I have, and for you reptile enthusiasts and folks that are looking for a water dragon video, this may not be the video for you, because unfortunately he will not be in this video, and I will explain that in a minute. But basically what I want to talk about here is why I decided to buy a water dragon, what it means to me, and how I have him set up currently, because I can only describe it. There will hopefully be a video here in the near future where I get to show him off, but I'll get into why here in a bit. First of all, how did I get him? To try to keep it as short as possible, because I've gone over the story 3 times now. my freaking recording software keeps messing up on me. It's also why the lighting is the way it is because I think he's asleep. I don't know. But anyway, we were out playing some Pokemon Go. We were walking around. I was with my folks. They play with me, and we stopped by this pet shop. Well, I've been in and out of a depression lately. I'm going through a divorce, and there's been some stuff happening that has hit me, and combined with everything else, it's been crazy. And they know that parents are who they are, especially your mothers. I'm a mama's boy. I guess mom sensed something in me. She knew I was kind of lonely, so they wanted to just kind of get me something, because I'm in a room here. I'm staying with them. I don't have a big place yet, and they wanted to get me something that I could keep and have in a cage or something. Well, I was thinking at some point I might get a rat, or I like rats, or a bird or something like that, but they were looking to get me a pet crab. A pet crab. It was some sort of rainbow crab or something. Well, I have a very unfounded fear of crabs. Literal crabs. I don't know where it comes from, but I looked at this guy they were going to get me, and I was like, nope, can't do it. And beside him was this water dragon in a cage, kind of yay high, and just one of those little small carrier cages. And it looked like he had been through his own battles. I don't know. Again, I don't know a whole lot about lizards, but I just kind of felt something that he's been through. He's seen some things, been through some things, and I kind of felt the same way. So I looked at him and I was like, you know what? How about this guy? And that's where it all started. They gave me a little plastic carrying cage that I've been keeping him in the last couple of weeks. I literally just about an hour ago upgraded him to a 10-gallon terrarium. And I'm going to describe how I got this laid out, but if you guys know anything about lizards, some of this may be wrong. I have no idea. I've done some research on these guys, and they love to be in water. I've got the water in there. It's about 3 inches deep. He's still small. He's maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 inches or so. Anyway, I've got this water rock in there. It's about 3 inches, so he can get in and out of it. I've got a log in there. I've got a heating pad. There's a heating pad underneath with lizard grass that rolls to keep him directly off of the heating pad. The heating pad's underneath the terrarium. Then there's glass, and then there's the layer of whatever you want to call it, lizard matting or something, to kind of help with the heat. Maybe let him warm up on it. I'm honestly not even sure if his species needs that or not, or his type of lizard. I know that a lot of reptiles use a heating pad. It came with the kit, so I was like, okay, give it a shot. I've also got a combined UV bulb. It's supposed to provide UV, I believe, UVA and UVB, as well as the heat that's needed. I've got it on top of the terrarium. It's a 10-gallon terrarium. I've got the screen. I've got the log in the middle that's with the bulb right above it, so it kind of shines down. And I've got the heating pad on one side of that, and I've got the water rock on another. So a cool zone, basking zone, and the pad zone. I'm not even sure if that's going to count as something, but I do have a thermostat. I am keeping it between 75 and 95 degrees. I've got him on a sleeping cycle, working on a sleeping cycle. I usually keep the light on between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., turn it off at night, turn it back on in the morning, because that's when I get up. I definitely don't go to bed at 7 p.m., but I turn off the lights for his sake. Because they need a sleep cycle, at least from what I know. I've been feeding him mealworms, crickets. There is some vegetation in there, mainly red leaf lettuce. And it's like, from my understanding, their diet is about 85% insects and about 15% vegetation, but you need the calcium supplement on there. So that's what I've been feeding him. And from my understanding, water dragons pretty much eat anything in front of them as long as it's small enough. And of course, like I said, he's still pretty young. I hope to have a video up soon showing him whenever I get a day off. I can do that. His name is Flash. I thought it kind of a cool name because these guys love to move. And when when I first got him, they were taking him out, and he just kind of took off. I mean, he darted, They're supposed to be a real friendly species, very docile, especially as they get older. And I'm hoping I can imprint on him. Our relationship so far is really awkward. I'm not sure if it's normal behavior. I don't see a whole lot about it, but he does tend to give me like an open-mouthed, I guess, perceived threat kind of behavior whenever I get near him. Or her, it could be a her. So I'm not sure what that means. If he or she's still doing it, even when I go in to change the water or to drop some insects like mealworms or something in the bowl, so they don't crawl around, the whole thing, and it's just in a thick bowl, so they just can stay in there and he can eat them whenever he wants without them getting out. There hasn't been any tail whipping. I know that that's a behavior for them if they feel threatened, but I have had the open mouthed, and he or she will stay that way for a little bit, and then she'll eventually settle down. So I guess that's a good thing. Coloring has been, I've been trying to keep track of that. It's green, dark, off and on, green and black, dark, so on and so forth. Humidity has been good. I think humidity needs to be around 80%. According to the temperature gauge, it's been around that area here in the room. I haven't gotten a spray bottle yet for spritzing. I know some people do that. There's also a fogger system you can use. I haven't been able to get that yet, or get that set up. I know you can just use some standard spray bottle, but I'm going to see how he does in this new terrarium and go from there. But I'm kind of nervous, to be honest, with this whole thing, because it's caused me a little bit of anxiety, because I obviously have some connection with him, and I don't know what it is. It's a little scary. Not him, but what I'm feeling, I guess. It feels therapeutic, because I guess since the divorce, I'm kind of opening up to something or someone that's in my immediate area and that lives in the room with me. I guess a lot of people get that way with pets. It's been a while since I've had my own pet, to be honest. And it causes me anxiety because I don't want to lose him. Ever since I got him, I've had this fear of not doing it right. And reptiles can be maintenance. I mean, you gotta. There's certain levels of humidity and temperature, certain foods, live food. They're carnivores, obviously. Um, Actually, technically, water dragons are omnivores, so I take that back. But so it's been a weird and awkward run so far with this guy. I hope it pays off. I hope I can take care of him for the next. They're supposed to live up to 15 years. They get about 3 feet long, and they're supposed to be very docile. When you print on them, you can handle them. They'll sit on your shoulder. And I'm hoping it works out. I really am, because again, I feel something for this guy, and I hope I can provide a good home for him. I hope I can keep him healthy and do it right. And I think it's good for me. I really do. Because it does feel like I'm connecting on some level, and I guess I kind of need that. I'm caring for something or somebody, and it's a good start, I think, to really kind of reopen up. Because within the past year, I've been so closed off. I've been so guarded, but still acknowledging to people on a personal level that I really do hope it pays off, and I hope I don't lose him. I mean, to be honest, I might cry. I hate being such a soft-hearted guy. I really do. It's a gift and a curse, but I do feel a bond with him. And hopefully this whole, again, I don't know if the whole open mouth behavior, perceived threat type situation, I don't know if that's normal when you first get them home and they're getting used to you. I have a guess that it might be, but again, I can't find a whole lot on the whole open mouth thing. The only thing I can really find is the tail whipping or some waving they do or something like that, which I guess is heat regulation as well. But reptiles are a totally new territory to me. Hopefully I can do it right. Hopefully it pays off for him, pays off for me. And he can have a solid foundation. I can have another solid foundation. And go from there. Obviously it's an investment. I got to get a proper build at some point. The terrarium will work for now, but at some point I got to invest in something. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it more in the future, and we can go from there. This video is running long. I didn't mean for it to run this long, and I apologize for the camera. Again, the light is weird because I'm not sure with his sleeping and cycles and everything. I'm still working all that out. How light in a room can affect them, how it can, if it wakes them up or whatnot. Interesting fact, I did learn that water dragons actually do have a third eye that they use to sense light or heat or something. It's like it's supposed to be, I don't know, somewhere on their head. So anyway, this is running kind of long. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you enjoyed it. I wanted to do a vlog and talk about this new present in my life, and hopefully you guys will get to meet him at some point. And we'll go from there. Remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. And for now, I'll say, salut. See you later.